this is the area of concern, the main one in the next 1 to 3 hours for street and poor drainage flooding. So be careful on the roads over the next few hours as we move into the heart of the evening drive. We are not giving the all clear yet for folks along the I-55 corridor. We want you to remain in your tornado shelters for the time being as there might be falling debris. Strong Category 4 hurricane with max sustained winds at 145 miles per hour. That's Jamaica right there. We're going to rotate the view here and just look at how tall the showers and thunderstorms are with this system. May make a run at Cat 5 strength within the next day or so, impacting Jamaica directly. You know, our graphics machine decided to come to a complete stop a few minutes ago. Yes.
I was wondering.
Just like the traffic starting to move again. And we actually have a 7-day forecast to share with you. We see many little notches in the velocity data indicating the potential for tornadoes moving into northern Tangipahoa Parish. So if you live near the I-55 corridor, I'd say north of Roseland, you've got to be in your tornado shelters at this time. Not every day you get to eat ice cream out of the back of an ice cream truck. You can see I got the real tough assignment today. But hey, up next, we're going to talk about some ice cream science and get a check of your local forecast. Hurricane Erin, you can see that real well-defined eye right there. We're going to show you how big this storm is. That's the size of Louisiana in comparison to Hurricane Erin. The back edge of the snow will move through southeast Louisiana during the afternoon hours. We will see it end from west to east, and I think by evening the snow will let up, but the impacts will remain in place. You know, I'm commonly told that I resemble Ralphie from A Christmas Story, and if you remember a quote from that movie, careful, you'll shoot your eye out. But the phrase today is careful, you'll burn your eyes out, because you need a pair of these solar eclipse glasses.
Storm Station forecast with meteorologist Malcolm Byron.
Well, this about sums up the whole Storm Station 7-day forecast. Mainly sunny and pleasant. We have comfortably cool mornings and comfortably warm afternoons. Tomorrow will be no exception to that, waking up to a temperature of 59 degrees in the capital city. We'll call it cool and crisp. There's going to be a lot of sunshine tomorrow morning, and that will push our temperatures into the mid-70s by 11 o'clock, and then we'll tack on another 10 degrees by peak warming. Think 3, 4 o'clock, 85 degrees. As LSU kicks off tomorrow around 6:45, should see our temperatures in the upper 70s, and they will fall fast through the 70s with the mostly clear sky. In fact, as the game's wrapping up, a slight chill in the upper 60s. And if that sounds chilly to you, maybe consider taking an extra layer. Now, no weather worries at home, but on the road for the Southern Jags, maybe not so much. You can see the storm system tomorrow afternoon just offshore the southeast coast, and well, Daytona Beach will be on the backside of it. You see quite a bit of cloud cover, even a couple of showers and thunderstorms. And look at that wind, sustained anywhere from 15 to 25 miles per hour and gusts over 30, and that continues through the game. There you see 4 o'clock around halftime, that wind not letting up. May let up slightly by the end of the game, but too little too late around that time. It's not surprising that we're seeing unsettled weather in that part of the world because there's a huge trough of low pressure in the upper atmosphere, as denoted by these blue shadings associated with cooler air aloft, and that cooler air aloft promotes less stability. More showers and thunderstorms, which is why we have quite a bit of it near Daytona Beach and especially just offshore. We're on the backside of this trough, actually, where a ridge is about to move into the area, and that's why we're drying out at home, but that ridge is going to take over into next week, and that's associated with warmer air aloft. And as it continues to grow next week, you can see the clock, Monday, not only will we be dry, but we also start warming the temperatures up. Now, there are some signs that that ridge starts to break down by the end of next week, and we've got to wait for that to happen before we start adding rain back into the mix. So in our forecast, we have little to no rain until that ridge breaks down, which is possible by the end of next week, getting into next weekend. That'll be something we're eyeing as we move into next week. 81 degrees now at Metro Airport with plenty of sun. You can see temperatures in the low to mid 80s for most spots, but we just got a new update. New roads dropping into the upper 70s. Taking the clock toward midnight, you'll see many temperatures slipping down into the upper 60s, upper 50s early tomorrow morning for many of us, even mid 50s, getting up closer to the state line. There is your Storm Station 7-day forecast. The coolest temperatures are found on the first half of it, and then you can see us easing our high temperatures up to near 90 degrees by the middle part of next week. Lows back into the 60s, barely a rain chance. We'll put a 10% rain coverage by Friday, though. All right, we'll take a break on the news at 6 o'clock. Sports is next.
Now, your Storm Station Forecast with meteorologist Malcolm Byron.
At this hour, strong to severe thunderstorms are moving into the capital area. We've had a new severe thunderstorm warning come out to the northwest of Baton Rouge. This clipping the northwest tip of Point Capee Parish, and parts of Wilkinson County are included within this, even the northwest edge of West Feliciana Parish. That's going to go until 12:30. The potential there for 60-mile-per-hour winds and maybe up to quarter-size hail. That's where the hail core is right now in Point Capee Parish. And our hail product, see that blue coloration right there? That would indicate the potential for up to 1-inch diameter hail. That's about quarter size. That would be enough to cause some damage, maybe some minor dings to things. And Angola is right up in this general vicinity as well. So we look off to the south. We've had this severe thunderstorm warning for quite a bit now. This cell, which once looked quite healthy, has shown some signs of weakening as it continues to move east over the Atchafalaya Basin. But nevertheless, we are tracking a complex of thunderstorms behind it, which continues to move eastward at a clip of about 25 miles per hour. So for areas in Iberville Parish, this is kind of an ETA for when these might arrive. Grand River by 12:45, Bayou Sorrel by 12:53, the Parks by 12:57, and shortly after 1 o'clock near Crescent. In the Baton Rouge area right now, we're dry, but I'm hearing the rumbles of thunder. We might see some light showers as we see some of those emanate off from these heavier thunderstorms. I do expect some scattered thunderstorm activity through the afternoon. Now, as far as severe weather goes, not everyone's going to deal with it today. We're under a level 2 out of 5 risk of strong to severe thunderstorms, indicating the potential for isolated severe weather. There is a greater threat off to the west, where we find a level 3 out of 5 risk in East Texas and areas just north of Lake Charles, and that is what is causing it. This line of thunderstorms in Texas near Waco at the present moment, and that is what's going to cause the flooding rains tonight. So that pushes east so that by evening we expect a widespread round of storms to arrive. What we're dealing with now is not the flooding rains tonight. Check out Futurecast. We just see multiple hours of moderate to heavy rainfall, and wherever that corridor sets up of heaviest rainfall, that's where we're going to see the most problems. This version of Futurecast sets it up near the interstate systems, but it could wiggle north or south just a little bit. We see that heavy rain lingering into tomorrow morning before we finally see it beginning to push south just a bit as we move into tomorrow afternoon. But our southern sections could still be dealing with rain through most of the day on Wednesday. So we've got that flood watch in effect starting this evening, going all the way through Thursday evening. Several inches of rainfall are likely in the next couple of days. Maybe some local spots up to 10 inches. With the afternoon thunderstorms today, I think we'll only see spotty instances of flash flooding. It's been relatively dry lately, so I do think it's going to take a little time to waterlog our soils. But with that heavy rain tonight, that's where we'll see the biggest problems. And then additional rounds on Wednesday and Thursday would complicate the problems further. So have access to alerts, because we have a severe weather threat today, also a flash flood threat tonight. You'll want to be extra careful on the roads as well. There's your Storm Station 7-day forecast. We're looking at scattered to numerous thunderstorms this afternoon. Just about a guarantee that you'll see rain tonight. 100% rain coverage. Rain lingering into Wednesday, a high of 79 degrees. And we keep rain chances elevated on Thursday as well. And then we finally start to trend them down into Mother's Day weekend. Good news if you want to head outside to celebrate Mom. But we can't get rid of the rain chance entirely. But again, it does look significantly drier from a relative standpoint. Lauren?